So I'm going to run you guys through how I got so good at trading. This is real talk, and I want you guys to watch this video to the very end for you to understand exactly how I got through trading, my journey, how I made it through it, my psychology, risk management, my strategy, and everything that has got me to this date. Mind you, I've been trading the market for the past 11 years, so I've got all the experience. I've literally passed through everything you may have passed through or you may be passing through now. So you want to really pay attention to me, and it might be the solution that will help you to become profitable. So after several years of practices, after several years of literally trying to learn everything on the market, watching one YouTube video to another, practicing one strategy to another, literally trying every indicator on the market. You guys know it, when you start trading back in the days in 2016, 2017, all we got is the MT4 platform, and then we got to always use the MT4 indicators, the Bollinger Bands, the moving averages, Ichimoku Kinkoyos, in fact, literally everything, right? So you're trying to find the answer to the market through using all these indicators. I literally did all of those things, right? Apart from that, trying to understand other people's systems, other indicators, more like a black box system that they promise you that they can actually tell you exactly where the market is going to turn and then where the market is actually going. So after going through all this process and realizing that I had not really got any answer to the market, I literally realized that it's time to give it up and then regroup myself and then find a better way to understand the market in a more simpler way. Now, I couldn't have easily decided what to exactly stick to, so I started my own research into the whole understanding of technical analysis, and I've recommended this book to you guys before, which is the technical analysis of stock trend, right? So the technical analysis of stock trend basically made me understand the inception or the beginning point of technical analysis, which is the fact that Edward and Maggie literally used price action and then chart patterns to actually start predicting the market's future using the technical basis. So kind of understood that technical analysis basically has everything to do with trend lines and price action. Price action is basically using the raw candles, raw patterns of the market to predict the future. So what it is that it let me scrap off every indicator that I had on my chart. Back then I realized that the only true way that I needed to really focus on was giving it all to price action embodying candlestick confirmations, right? So candlestick patterns was not something that Edward and Maggie stressed on. So basically, out of my experience and out of so much reading that I did, I realized that one thing to complement exactly what Edward and Maggie missed out, because obviously those guys were Americans or they were not Americans, what they focused on pretty much was chart patterns, which is an aspect of price action, but the Japanese were already using candlestick confirmation, which is also another different angle of price action. So putting the two together, then I kind of realized that price action basically embodies understanding candlestick patterns, understanding chart patterns, and understanding trend lines, right? So I summarized all those three and I said, I am going to give it my all, master it for the next 3 to 6 months, even up to a year, right? I'm going to really go all out and I'm going to stick to just one thing, just that thing alone. I scraped off every other knowledge, strategy, concept that I knew on the market. I said, no, if I really got to follow this and be successful at this, I got to be learning only one thing, right? So the second step that really helped me was I backtested for the next 6 months to a whole year, right? So all I did for the next 6 months was backtesting the concept and strategy that I'd come to understand from previous happenings in the market, right? So what I did was I literally tested them on every instrument that I was so interested in trading on the market. The GBP USDs, the Euro USDs, the NZD USDs, literally everything, the Nasdaq, the US 30, the oil, I literally would go back in time using TradingView, right? Back then in 2019, 2018, TradingView had become literally a thing. So all I did was subscribe to TradingView and then be able to have access to their playback tool, which then was a very easy way for me to be able to backtest, right? So I start all the way from prices that the market was showing from, let's say, the year 2004, and I'll start practicing 2004, what was happening on the market. I'll come to the next year, 2005, what was happening on the market according to my strategy. I'd come to 2006, what was happening, 2007, all through to the current year that I was in, which was like 2018, 2019, right? So you can see the amount of data and the amount of information I had consumed during my backtest, and then the amount of feasibility study that I had done according to my strategy to see me when the strategy really worked and according to what price action and what market condition it did work in. So that's one thing that also leveled me up very early. So the next one was I practiced on a demo account for about a month, right? So after I had done all the backtests and I had got all the data, it was time to really test it on the market itself. And then what an easier way than not risking my own money, because it's basically from a hypothetical point of view. So all I did was I backtested on a demo account. I started trading on demo for about a month to make me really understand indeed that all I've done can produce some real-time results. So after you've practiced your strategy, after you've backtested and everything, I don't recommend that straight away you just start with a real account, because then you don't even know how your psychology can match up with a new concept you've learned. So practice on a demo account for about a month, but you don't really want to get so used to demo account, stay on it for more than a month or two. You're going to start messing up. So like stick to using the demo account for just about a month. So after you've practiced on a demo account for about a month, what I recommend you do is switch to real account first, right? So what I did back then was, after I had my fair share of understanding my concept on the demo account, then I switched to my real account. So I started trading small accounts of $100, $500, $200. I started trading even for people's account on $10,000, $20,000. I took it a step at a time, right? I did not really jump from straight away from, let's say, trading on a $100 account to suddenly trading like $200K and then $500K. Unlike the way most of you have it today, right? Because of the influx of profits, a beginner trader will literally start practicing with a $50, $100. Next minute, they are purchasing a profit account of $100,000, $200,000. The fact is, you've not really got accustomed to trading smaller accounts and then medium-sized accounts. How do you think you're going to really survive in huge capital accounts? So because you don't really understand how your concept or strategy really works around huge numbers like that, right? So you want to take a step at a time and then trade your own account, real account, little by little, make money gradually, and then you can scale up from there, right? So you can literally scale up from a small account to medium-sized account, the 4 figures, the 5 figures, and then end up in the 6 figure and the 7 figure, right? So yes, what I did then, again, like I said, after practicing on a demo account for a long time, was I got used to the real account, and then I never really made demo trading a thing. Now the last thing that really made me so good in trading, the very important thing that really made me so good after so many years of practice and toil, is I never compromised on my trading strategy and trading rules, right? So never compromising on trading strategy and trading rules is that after I've gone through all the process, after you've gone through all the processes of just literally understanding your concept, you make up your mind that I want to use this for the rest of my trading journey as it necessarily needs. I want to use this. That's all I know. That's the language I understand. I don't want to compromise. I don't want to go, come back, try this. Somebody recommends a new thing. You're watching it. Somebody says this. No. I said, I want to follow this. And then sticking to my rules had several other pointers that I'm going to share with you. Number one of it is always following proper risk management. Risk management has destroyed a lot of people's trading career. So I made it a point that no matter how excited I get, I'm going to make sure that at any point in time, with every account size that I'm trading, I'm following proper risk management. So professionally, using proper risk management is risking anywhere between 1% and 3%, right? So sometimes as traders, we can get excited and get carried away, right? But I made it a mark that even if in the worst case scenario I get so excited, I'm only going to be risking 5% of my account, right? So this is on a professional level, right? Do not compare this to instances where I try to flip an account. Flipping an account means that at that instance, my whole trading capital is literally like my risk management, right? If you understand what I mean, let's say if I intend to risk $10,000, I intend to risk, let's say on a bare minimum $1,000 on a flipping challenge, then it means that I'm ready to actually risk, or I'm ready to actually lose the whole of the $1,000. You cannot compare this to the proper risk management that we're talking about here, which is like exposing your trading capital to anything under 1% to 2% per any trade position. So I made it a point to follow this religiously. The second one, which is actually a game changer, right? The second one is actually a big game changer. Most people compromise on this, is I was always following high probability trade setup. High probability trade setup means that I made sure that all my confluences in the market matched up to exactly what I was looking for before I decided to jump in on any trade. And you can see that from the trails, especially if you're following me on all social media, which I recommend you do, especially on Telegram, by clicking the link in the description to join my Telegram now. What I used to do back then was that anytime I see any slightest opportunity in the market, I'm just quickly going to jump in because I feel like I'm going to miss out. The more you trade, the more you make money, right? That's what we all think, right? But I got it wrong. Later, I got to realize that it's not about how many times you trade, right? Trade is not really about quantity, but it's really about quality, right? Quality meant that now I got so comfortable when I'm not even trading the whole day, the next 2 days, 3 days, and then if the 4th day I'm going to get a quality setup, I was comfortable with it, right? By following that, you realize that even if you're following me in my community, you realize that sometimes I can be so quiet. Monday, KOJO has not spoken. Tuesday is not spoken. And Wednesday comes 1 trade, 2 trades, and then it can be like the banging trade for the whole week, right? And then that has been my process for a long time till date. Third one is high risk to reward setup, right? So I prioritize high risk to reward. So rather than taking anything under 1:1, which most people end up doing, which is very, uncalled for, right? You find traders, even professional traders who have communities, they're sharing trade setup, and sometimes even under 1:1 ratio. You get them sending anything like 1:0.5, meaning that they're risking in pips, let's say 30 pips, and then their take profit is about 15 pips. It's ridiculous, right? So I prioritize high risk to reward setup in the sense that I want to catch anything above 1:3 setup, right? So risking 1% for 3 or risking 1% for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? And that has been like one thing that I've followed. What it does is that it helps you to be always in the positive side in your P&L, even in days where the market is literally going against you and you get a one trade wrong, right? Your next trade can cover up for the previous trade and then put you into extra more profit. So prioritize risk to reward heavily. The very last point, which is also key in your journey, you need it, is patience to hold trade to materialize. As a trader that is holding trade for 1:3, 1:4, you got to understand that the market is obviously not going to just jump in one can hit your take profit, especially if you're using higher time frame as a swing trader, right? So it means that you must also master your own emotions in the market, and mastering your own emotions is the fact that you don't get agitated and don't get too worked out to quickly want to take profit, to quickly want to close in a little drawdown. You want to have the patience, calm down, chill, and let the market materialize and play out, and then let you hit your take profit from time to time, right? So without patience, you cannot succeed in the market, right? So like I always say in my trading community, trading is the name, patience is the game, right? Trading is just the name and patience is really the game. So you really want to follow all these points that I've listed out, and I bet you're definitely going to be a profitable trader. So this is a real talk, real explanation of how I got so good at the market and how I've stayed consistently profitable till date. And I hope that this video literally enlightens you, brightens you up, and then motivate you to also follow in the same trail to become profitable. Click in the link in the description, like I said, to join the KOJOFOREX Telegram community if you haven't done it already, and smash the like button on this video. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't done that already, and follow me on all social media at KOJOFOREX. Follow me on TikTok. I've become extremely active on TikTok as well, right? We just hit 100k followers on Twitter. Because of that, I'm going to do a giveaway. So comment your number, your account number, literally everything under this comment or this video if you did not get the Twitter giveaway that I hosted today, right? So I'm going to now be looking through the comment and then sharing you. The computer screen giveaway is still going on, right? I'm still looking. So you want to also leave a comment there. We're going to do that giveaway tomorrow being weekend, right? So without wasting my time, hope you guys did enjoy this video. I'm going to see you guys in the next one. Peace.